Hello and welcome to another video on the Night Ministries channel. I am your host, Jeremy Knight. Don't forget to like the video and enjoy the show. Okay. Hello. This is another video of... not sure where to place this video. I think I'm going to place it in my series where I keep on abandoning and coming back to it. I think it's my Helping Young Earth Creationists with the Bible series. I think that's where I'm going to place this video. But anyways, in this video we're kind of talking about theology, not really reading from the Bible that I'm trying to help Young Earth Creationists with. But we're kind of talking about a little bit about theology. I have a partial script for this video, but I need to print it out. So there is going to be a part where I'm reading from a script. And we are talking about the flaws in the appearance of age argument that Young Earth Creationists love to keep on making. So, please keep watching this video. Okay? Okay, so I've printed out my script. Now, these are my words. I just wrote them down so that I would have a better idea of what I wanted to say in this video. But yes, I did write this script. These are my words. Okay? Okay, let's read this script. The flaws of the appearance of age argument that Young Earth Creationism loves using. More broadly, we can take this argument to effectively be: the universe may look ancient, but that is only if one dismisses the possibility it was created that way. The main issue here is that it is just a modified, less stupid version of last Thursdayism that is still somehow extremely stupid. Here are my issues with the idea. Utility of belief. If the Earth, for all intents and purposes, has the material appearance that it is billions of years old, then belief in the predictions generated by an old Earth has the most utility. Even if the rocks we observe were created young, they appear to us to be old, and so that belief tends to lead to more accurate predictions about the contents of the rocks, as well as their locations on the geologic columns. Ultimately, by embracing the idea the Earth was created to look billions of years old, you have to concede that the descriptions of an old appearance are more accurate than the descriptions of a young appearance. Divinely hiding. A young Earth that appears to be old seems to argue for a God that is hiding himself, and doing so with an intense amount of effort. God is trying to go through an extreme effort to hide himself from us. If God wanted his creation to revel in his greatness, he would not go through every effort to hide the fact that he created the universe. Instead, he would sign the creation like an artist signs a painting. Creating the universe with the appearance of old age is to create a universe that hides the fact that God created it. However, if God created a universe that is old, he would create the universe with his signature having been on it. God would not create a universe that hides the fact that he created it. No, he would create a universe that displays the fact that he created it, which is why OEC is more logical in this aspect. OEC believes that God created a universe that displays that he created it, while also showing its true age of billions of years. Divine deception. By creating a universe with the appearance of old age, which does not accurately reflect truth, God created the world to deceive us. God gave us senses and reason to make conclusions about the world, but put us in a world that hides the truth from us. In a sense, then, God would be deceiving us with his creation. This again does not line up with how I picture God. God is honest and loving. OEC believes that this is how God would do it. He would put us in a world that is old and displays that he created it to be old. Therefore, no deception exists in OEC. Satan's trick. One could also argue that God created a universe that appears to be young, but then at some unknown point in history allowed Satan to deceive us by putting false evidence into God's creation that would tell us that it was billions of years old. The problem with this argument, however, is that it gives Satan too much power. Normal Christian belief says that Satan can only destroy, but this argument seems to give Satan at least a limited power to create things in order to deceive us. This argument also fails to remove guilt of deceit from God, as it was God who allowed Satan to deceive us. Therefore, God would still bear some guilt of deceit, at least in part, for allowing this to happen. OEC belief once again comes to the rescue here and says that God just simply created a universe that is old and displays that he created it. No deception required, not by God and not by Satan. OEC makes more logical sense here. My favorite part, completely untestable. God creating a universe that appears to be old is functionally no different from God actually creating a universe that is billions of years old. Therefore, there is no way to test which one is actually true. Without a way to test the difference, this makes the hypothesis untestable and therefore completely useless in science. The conclusions drawn from the claims are the exact same, so why worry about distinguishing them? I would argue that one should take the explanation with the fewest additional axioms. That is, that the universe is just old, versus it being young but created to look old. It requires less assumptions. Ultimately, though, the distinguishment would be irrelevant, therefore useless to science. Old Earth, on the other hand, can create a testable model and therefore is useful to science. RTB has a testable model and can be tested. Once again, RTB's model is coming from OEC belief. So making it more logical here. Please stop speculating about the way that you want God to do things and start looking for the way He actually did it. The universe is 13.8 billion years old. The Earth is 4.5 billion years old. And you need to be okay with that, because that is how the evidence shows it. Which thus then leads us to the conclusion that that is how God created it. Stop insisting that only your way of reading the Bible is correct. Genesis is a much more complex book than you want to dumb it down to be. Learn to study theology and take your time to do things right, because sometimes things just aren't that simple. Now, why don't you Google who Archbishop James Ussher was? Also Google Hugh Ross while you're at it. I would rather go the complex and true route over the simple and false route any day. I think this is obvious. One day you will understand why I left Young Earth Creationism. I pray that it is not too late when you do. Okay, that is it for this video. See you in the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and ring the bell. And follow me on Twitter and join my Discord. This has been a video on the Night Ministries channel. I am your host, Jeremy Knight, and I just want to say, see you next time.